All right, welcome to Iceland. Here's our first look at where are we going? Akureyri, Iceland. We're on my balcony right now, but we're gonna give you the tour today. The Diamonds of the North, and it's in the low 40s right now. This is the first view from our balcony. We got the pilot boat coming in, so stay tuned for some amazing adventures. Here is the pilot boat slash tugboat. Look at the low snow-capped mountains. All of this is volcanic. We are located on a spreading center in the mid-Atlantic. All this is basalt and volcanic debris. It was all uplifted as what happens on the spreading center. And it's cold, obviously. There's some farmhouses on each side of us. Could you imagine living in a place like that? Look at that. I just don't know what it would be like. I guess you don't need air conditioner anyway. Spectacular views, spectacular. All right, so here is the excursion we are going on. It's a Royal Caribbean ship excursion, and it is called Diamonds of the North. So stay tuned. We're still in the process of docking right now. I see two things here. One is the waterfall. One, there's a tunnel, a car tunnel. And the first cars. Let's see, look at that, right up there. Really, really cool.
Very basic, like good morning is góðan daginn. Góðan daginn.
We're gonna go through the tunnel that we saw earlier.
Good evening is gott kvöld.
They said English was hard to learn.
Thank you is þakka þér fyrir. Well, you can say takk. Takk. Takk is easy. Goodbye is easy. Bless, bless. Notice the hot water there and the steam. Yes is já.
That's an easy one. Yow.
And no is nei.
Nay. Like a horse.
Well, some people who come to live in Iceland, they find it very difficult to learn Icelandic, and I can understand that. Well, my mother was Norwegian, so she always spoke Norwegian to us, and I speak fluently Norwegian. And because of that, I can understand Swedish and Danish, because they are very similar as languages, but Icelandic is a little bit different. Icelandic is the Old Norse language, and it was spoken in Scandinavia before the settlement of Iceland. And drive by, but that's okay. We are going to see the most, like I say, the most beautiful waterfall in Iceland later today. Very different to this one.
Okay, this is a really cool feature. That's an erosional feature. Got a couple of them. One's over there. One's up there. This is all erosional remnants. Right, so here's the huge lake the tour driver was talking about, and many cinder cones you can see dotting the lake. There's one right there. There's a few over there. They are the smallest, most violent volcanoes. They're small, but they occur in large groups, as is dotting around the area here. And this area where we just were was a lava field. And some of the basaltic remnants remain, and erosion caused the landscape to show what you see there. So there it is. It's like the Valley of Fire. And it was a Valley of Fire 2,000 years ago and 4,000 years ago. Two big eruptions. So let's get one last look at our volcanic landscape. This was a lava field. And lots of erosion occurred, leaving the landscape like you see it here. All right, so what did you think of this place? You know what it kind of reminds me of? Lanzarote in the Canary Islands, which is similar in nature, that it's volcanic. And it looks like the surface of the moon, much more so than this, but this has all the volcanic landscape that you see here. All right, so now on to the next stop.
House they could fry an egg on the floor.
This is all part of the rift.
And one house got separated in two.
Sulfur.
So the living room was in America and the bedroom in Europe. It's just, you know, it's not basically not happening like that, but you think about the rift zone is very big one. It's like a no man's land in the middle of Iceland, from the northeast to the southwest, and lies through the middle of it. And so now we are on the borders of the desert actually, and look how the landscape is here in front of us, and the mountains. And there are many minerals in the earth. So this sulfur area is actually on the rift zone too, and then further to the left behind the mountains is the big geothermal power plant. And this is the sulfur area, one of the biggest in Iceland, with fumaroles and bubbling mud pots. And the colors are minerals that comes from the earth. And the yellow one is sulfur, the green one is copper, and the red one is iron. But we have to, I wish we could stop, but the program is straight ahead to the waterfall. And all the steam to the left is coming from the geothermal power plant. And the power plant was actually, they thought they were building it when the fissure eruption started here in 1975. And it was for a period actually in danger. And the lava was flowing very close to it, but luckily nothing happened to it. But there were a couple of boreholes that were very big, and they were drilling and repairing. And one of them exploded. And they had to close one of them because it was all the way down to the magma. The magma came up. So they had to close one of the boreholes.
All right, so the next stop is going to be at the waterfall, the highlight of this tour. It's going to be about a 20-minute walk down to the waterfall. And it's the most powerful waterfall in Iceland, and it's sure to be a magnificent sight. So on this tour we have an hour and 10 minutes, so we have to time ourselves. It's going to be 40 minutes of walking to and from. So we have a good, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes there at the bottom. Maybe 20 minutes would be good. All right, here we go. All right, so we are off the bus, and you can see off in the distance the spray of the waterfalls, and this truly looks like the surface of the moon here. And we're going to be heading over. It's about a 20-minute walk, and we'll be going over there in a minute. This is Waterfalls. It's the name of the waterfalls. Fossen is a waterfall, like in Norway. So Foss, I guess, means waterfall. So, all right, we'll see you at the falls. So if you come here, wear waterproof shoes, expect some rain, bring a ski cap, which I left mine at home, but I have hoodies and things. I have another jacket that's heavier than this, but I think I'm okay. My hands are cold, so I would recommend gloves and a hat. Yeah, the ski cap, but you know, I'd bring some gloves, but I can roll down my sleeve so it's not too bad. And temperatures in the low 40s, but it is quite okay. Yeah, let's go over to this flat part. All right, so you can get rain ponchos out, but this is the ultimate photo spot, or one of the ultimate photo spots. Wow, look at that. All right, and we're rolling. We can go down here. Let's go down this part, the steps.
You go first. I'm going to go slowly.
And these are the steps you have to navigate. These falls are spectacular. There's vantage points up there. But we're going to go down these stairs to go close. Oh my goodness, the speaker's down there. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get my microphone up here so it's better. Sorry for the noise. And just a few more steps. Wow. We're just going to let this thing keep rolling. We're in a rain poncho just in case. It does block the wind. This is the most powerful waterfall ever. At least that I've seen. And we were up there. Be careful of this. Be careful of that step. Be careful of all these steps. As you can see, you have to be careful. This is the Waterfalls near Akureyri, Iceland. I still can't pronounce that very well. Wow. So look at these powerful falls. Just spectacular. All right, we're going to get a couple of selfies. All right, so here we are. Wow.
just feel the power of that. Okay.
More view from up here, up at the top. Wow. All right, so we made it back to the top, and we're gonna get in the bus here, and amazing Waterfalls. And next stop for this is gonna be lunch, and this was just an amazing adventure. We did get some rain on the way up, but it was fine. If you're prepared properly, you should be fine. Just don't forget your gloves. So next up, we're gonna see what we have for lunch. All right, so I took a little bite of the salmon already, but I had a piece of potato. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Really, really good. Well, we made it back to the ship in Akuri, Iceland, and wow, what a tour, what a day that was. This was the Diamonds of the North. I highly recommend it. It's a Royal Caribbean ship excursion, and it was a full day. But you know, the big advantages of the cruise ship excursions, as my wife joins me, they will wait for you, so you don't have to worry about being late for all aboard.
Take a picture of the town.
I'm gonna take a picture of the town, but this is the only place in the, it's the only town in the world with heart-shaped red lights at each intersection. So there you go.
Monsters.
Garbage monsters. So please give this video a thumbs up and join me again for the next video from Iceland on Royal Caribbean Cruise Chronicles.